Hi everyone, time to plow here in this ranked game of Settlers of Catan. I'm playing black and I'll be going fourth. And in this video, I want to talk about trades. So trading is really important, as you already know, but sometimes it's worth to think about which trades you should give based off of what your opponent's needs, not just throwing out random offers, but kind of designing your trading towards the players you're targeting. So after everyone's picked, you'll see that maybe one player lacks maybe some brick, which I'm guessing some players will. They will end up on the 3 and the 11, won't be getting a whole lot of brick. So let's say I was on the 9 brick, then I know that I can trade my brick to them. So look at what your opponent has and doesn't have. Also try to pay attention to what resources are out there. One thing that's really annoying is if someone suggests a whole lot of trades each turn, maybe like 10 trades each turn, and maybe the reason why the person isn't getting any luck with the trades is because the opponents don't have any of those resources, which is easy to forget. Sometimes we get caught up in thinking if I suggest 3 for 1, they'll do it. And another tip is when, let's say you see that there is a lot of sheep out there and you want to trade it for some wheat, and there isn't a lot of wheat out there, then it can be natural to suggest 2 for 1 to make it fair, or to make it more probable that they'll do it. But sometimes, even though there's a lot of sheep out there, maybe one of the players doesn't have sheep at all and is willing to just trade 1 for 1. So always be analyzing what you think your opponents might want. I think that if you spend more time with that, then you'll have a lot more success with your trades. And I'm no huge expert on this, but it's thoughts that I have, which I want to focus more on, because I think it will totally elevate your trades. So, but it's easier to explain when everyone's picked their spots, and then we can take it from there. So let's see, where do I want to go? As I like to go for the high numbers, I'm looking at the 9-6-4 with the wood and the sheep. I'm also looking at the 11-5-6 in the middle, but then maybe not combine it with the 9-6-4. Yeah, this is tricky because it's going to be hard to get all the resources here if I go for the high numbers. And for trading purposes, I mean, it's not that important that I get all the resources with high numbers, because I'm going to try to use what I got to trade. And that can either be that I trade lots of resources for one, or that I can trade rare resources. But I'm going to go ahead and go here. And I think I'll be able to trade some... I'll be able to trade some wheat. So I'm going to go here, and I will probably get wheat if I get this ore port. So some general tips is if you want to get maybe 2 resources for one, that you receive 2 resources or even more, try to do it at the right time, or else it can seem greedy, and no one likes greedy people. That could be if your opponent has lots of cards in hand, they'll be willing to give more for 1 resource. It could be if you see that they are building roads and are about to get the settlement that they need, then maybe they're willing to give more resources, because then they'll get a settlement. But if you see nothing's really going on, then they probably won't be that eager for it. So then just suggesting like 3 for 1, 2 for 1, it can be a little bit too much. You want to try to give trades that benefit you both. So, as I was mentioning earlier, look at what your opponent has and doesn't have. So blue doesn't have any wood or brick, but will be having a lot of sheep. So I will probably be able to give a wood or a brick and to get a sheep. I do have sheep myself, but maybe not a lot all the time. So that's to keep in mind. Like, blue will be willing to give away maybe wheat, sheep, and ore for wood and brick. Orange will want brick, and you can see what they're able to give. And red is probably willing to give stuff to get wood. So that's a good thing. There's 2 players here that doesn't have wood, and I have lots of wood. So that's what I'll be trying to do. I mean, for now I do have brick, but as I build my road, I'll need another brick, so maybe I can give a wood for a brick with red. But then I gotta pay attention to, does red have wood? Does red have brick? And right now, red just got a brick. Now, I didn't catch if red has more than 1 brick. I don't think so. So most likely, I don't think red is going to be willing to do this trade. But I think if red has 2, red would be willing. And I do need wheat. Yeah, so red is wanting to use the tactic of getting 2 for 1. But for me, it's not worth it right now. Maybe I can wait for when red is more desperate and has several brick, and then I can get it for cheaper. And I mean, I can also ask all of them for wheat, but perhaps I could give red wood for wheat or blue wood for wheat. Let's see if that works. I'm even willing to throw in 2. There we go. I still need sheep. Ore is always powerful, so maybe they're willing to give up their sheep. There's lots of sheep possibilities here, but there's not a lot of sheep out there. So that's there we go. We got it. And you know, sometimes I just pass the turn because I'm thinking people won't want to trade this turn, or I don't want to bother trading. I'll just save up to next turn. But here I was able to trade 2 resources in 1 turn and get what I needed. So I think that was a big success. It requires a lot of focus, like focusing on what are people getting, so what do they have, what are they willing to give away, and what do they need. Those 3 things. I would probably usually do that deal because I want more ore, but I don't really have wheat to do anything with that ore. Plus, I'm thinking of building a road towards the ore port. I think it's really good I have the 3-for-1 port because I got 2 6s and a 9. That'll give me a lot of resources to be able to trade. And as you all probably know, you have to think about who you're trading with. Like if they're winning, don't trade with them. Unless you want to do a dirty mono. And I think a general good rule is to suggest trades before you make your move, so that like if you build a settlement and a city and then you ask for a trade, then I think people already are thinking like, oh no, this person did this much in 1 turn, can't help that person out no more. So I would suggest a trade before you make moves. But also sometimes people won't trade because they see you have lots of cards. So if I trade with that person, maybe they will cut me off and build where I want to go. So what I think is a good idea is to do both. You suggest a trade before you make your move for those who you want to suggest a trade before you make a move, and then you also do it after. I lost my train of thought there. Wow, let's we're getting wood. There's a lot of wood out there, but at the same time, I'm the one holding lots of it, so maybe people are still wanting to trade. There's not a whole lot of there is a whole lot of ore out there, so I just want to see if this works. I won't be able to do much with it right now anyway. And people do have these resources. I think they'd be willing to trade. I think if I throw in like 2 2 wood, people will be willing to do it. Yep, there we go. And I'm willing to do this because I'm not producing a whole lot of ore, so I'm pretty much saving up. Like, I should probably be focusing on getting my settlement, but just for the purpose of like testing out what trades work and what trades don't work, that's why I was trying to get the brick. I mean the ore. Even though I won't be needing it right now, but I just wanted to experiment. So this video is actually helping me to be more focused on what I need to do in my next games. And I'm learning a lot just from focusing on this, and I hope you guys are also learning something from this video. It's not necessarily that you learn something you hadn't thought of before or that you didn't know, but it's more that you focus on it. Focus on what you already know. It's hard to focus on a lot of things throughout the game, so sometimes you just have to switch your focus. Sometimes at the beginning of a game, all I focus on is how can I cut this player off or avoid being cut off. And then all I do is focus on which resources is this player getting. Because you can't really focus on which resources is every player getting. I mean, if you play a lot of if you're, hold on, I just want to see what I can do here. Let's see if someone wants to give me a sheep or a brick. I feel like I'm in a really powerful position that people need the wood. Obviously, it's not going to work every time, but here we go. I am providing Red with a lot of resources, and Red is doing pretty good, so I got to be careful, but I am getting what I need right now. I kind of forgot that I have the 3-for-1 port, so I think I could have made some moves already, but you know, I'm so focused on trading with other players that I forgot that I can actually trade with my port. So that just shows that it's hard to focus on a lot of things at the same time. All right, soon I can actually get a city, and I think I would like to do that. So yeah, I wanted to elaborate on my thought where I lost my train of thought. Like, why would you suggest a trade before and after you make a move? Like I said, you might want to make a trade after your move, just to show people that you're not going to mess it up for them. And you want to make it also before your move to not give away how much you will be profiting from the trade. And I think you should be making the trade before and after, if this is an important trade, to try to maximize the effects of it. Let's see, I actually think I want to build this settlement first and then go for a city. Now I do have wheat, so now I can more easily get that city. It'd be really nice if I can get the 1165. I mean, Red could be going for that. I don't think Red will... yeah, Red could be getting that, although Red doesn't have a... Oh, there it goes. Yep. I've been making some trades with Red that maybe was where I was giving too much wood. So I'll definitely be blocking red. Although the other players are doing good too, but red is closest to army. But yeah, as we can see, the other players are doing good too. But I just see that red now has all the resources, while orange and blue still don't have, like, wood, and at least blue doesn't have wood and brick, and orange doesn't have brick. So I consider red to be a big threat right now. I want to get my city. I won't do that. I don't have brick, but I can do this. If they do this, then I can do 3 for 1 and get my city. No, I guess not. Well, let's save up then. Now the question is, do I build a city on my 964 or the 3611? I can see both of them being good. 964 being the one where I'll get a lot of resources because of my numbers. But then the 3611 would be good. That when it does hit, I do get 2 ore, which will be good. Let's see. Will anyone do this? I don't think so. And I think it's because the 5 is blocked, and I don't think the 10 has been hitting a lot lately. But if you're not sure, just suggest it anyway. See? There we go. I'm thinking I could go either way on this, but when the ore does hit, it's very nice to have a city on it. And I already do get a lot of wood on the 6. So I think it's nice to like even out where you're placing your cities. I'd be getting more cards if I put it the other place, but then also it's more lucrative for your opponents to block that spot. Like there, I got blocked. If I had a city there, then that spot wouldn't matter. So let's see, do I have any other tips for trading? I think it'll come more as we play. I think I really need to be careful about which trades I make now. I mean, red and blue are making a lot of progress. Now blue has 3 for 1. I think I've got good chances to get the longest road. I'd like to get another city. I mean, I'm way far from the largest army, but here I do think that's not what I should be doing. But I could go for a couple of victory points, but I think cities now, and then at least a city, longest road, and more settlements can be good for me. I'm not sure what to suggest now, based off of what I think they'll give. So then just throw out some stuff, hoping something will happen. I mean, sometimes you know what's going on, And sometimes you just throw out some random stuff. I haven't been stolen a lot from, and that's the way I like it. Of course, everyone likes that, but I kind of like to be the one that is a little bit in the shadow in the beginning, and then people steal from everyone else, and I rise up from the dark and I win. And I've won a lot of games that way. I think that's one of the best ways to win. Usually, the way to do that, the best way possible, is buying more development cards, getting secret victory points, waiting with getting the largest army, and then people don't really notice it all the time. Now, if for me to get a lot of points, people will notice it because it'll be visible points. So I definitely want to wait with getting the largest or the longest road, but I will be leading up to it. And now that I'm more self-sufficient, I have the 3-for-1 port, I do have all the resources available, then it'll be less necessary for me to make lots of trades. See, there we go. Now I can start doing stuff. Where should I build my road towards so that I will get the longest road in the end? I think I'll go this way and get better brick. I can also go towards the brick port a little bit later. Now I think I'm in very good shape to get the longest road. But I think I gotta do it quickly. Red is at 8 points, most likely. I will take the longest road away from orange, so I'm not too worried about orange. And orange probably won't get largest army because red is probably keeping the largest army. So as soon as I take the road, orange will be back at like 5 points or something like that. So it's red and blue really that I have to worry about. Blue does have points from just having cities, meaning he'll have a higher production. One tip for trading is if someone asks for 2 resources and giving 1, they will usually always say yes when you suggest that they only get 1 resource for 1, because they're the one asking, so they already want the resource that they're asking for, so they are still in need. They're going to do it anyway. So I won't be able to show all the oh no. Okay, I can still get my port. So I won't be able to show all the examples, but I do get to talk about them. Alright, so I guess I wasn't able to win this game, but I think there were some good ideas thrown into this video, and I hope you guys liked it. And I really think that good trades can lead to good victory. This time, red was very powerful, and I guess some of my multitasking skills didn't work today with discussing stuff and focusing on gameplay. But it was fun. I hope you guys liked it too. and hope you'll watch my next videos.